Welcome to Proving the Concept, the podcast that delves into the weird, wonderful, and sometimes bizarre world of science and technology. I'm your host, Sarah Goffin, and in this inaugural episode, the As-Sci-gnment, see what I did there, I'll be sharing a bit about my background and discussing one of my favourite scientists, Rosalind Franklin, whose pivotal contributions to the discovery of DNA structure have often been overlooked. Some context about who I am, you can find my professional background on my LinkedIn profile, but if it's too long didn't read, I'm a pharmacist by training, so science and healthcare has always been a very core part of my being, back from the good old 90s days of Dexter's laboratory all the way through to completing my PhD in medicinal chemistry. And then from there, I spent some time working in both hospital and community pharmacy, as well as doing a lot of work with the Royal Pharmaceutical Society. And then following that, I went on to move into the pharmaceutical industry, working in medical affairs and then also working in compliance as well. So from that, you can probably gather from my history that I have a real passion for science and scientific communications. And that's really what drove me to create this podcast. So we're really aiming to make this a platform to explore intriguing scientific topics and share them with the curious minds like yours. Now, let's turn our attention to Rosalind Franklin, a brilliant chemist and X-ray crystallographer whose work was instrumental in understanding the molecular structures of DNA, viruses, coal, and graphite. Born in London in 1920, Franklin's journey into science led her to King's College London in the early 1950s, where she captured the famous Photo 51. This X-ray diffraction image provided critical evidence of DNA's double helix structure. Despite the significance of her findings, Franklin's contributions were not fully recognised during her lifetime. In 1962, James Watson, Francis Crick, and Maurice Wilkins were awarded the Nobel Prize for the discovery of DNA structure, with no mention of Franklin, who had passed away tragically in 1958. Nobel Prizes are not awarded posthumously, which partly explains this omission. Recent historical analyses have shed new light onto Franklin's role. Contrary to earlier narratives portraying her as a victim of data theft, evidence suggests she was an equal contributor in the discovery process. An overlooked letter and an unpublished news article from 1953 reveal that Franklin was actively engaged in interpreting her data and understood the helical structure of DNA. It's crucial to recognise Franklin's contributions not only to set the historical record straight, but also to highlight the challenges faced by women in science both then and now. Her story serves as an inspiration and a reminder of the importance of acknowledging all contributors to scientific advancements. Thank you for joining me on this first episode of Proving the Concept. I look forward to exploring more fascinating topics in science and technology with you. If you have any questions or topics you'd like to hear about, please feel free to reach out through my LinkedIn profile. And if you enjoyed this podcast, please feel free and remember to like and subscribe. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of science.